Hello everyone, and today I shall be reviewing a 2025 LEGO Harry Potter set 76445, Hogwarts Castle Herbology Class. While this has a total of 390 pieces and 3 minifigures, it retails for $50 in America. But, well, since I spent euros, I spent a little more than that. But while the price per piece ratio is a little overpriced, well, considering the unique molds of certain pieces, as we will find out in the review, it may actually be adequately priced. Herbology is a subject that Hogwarts students learn about the magic of plants and how they can heal certain people using these plants and maybe discover magical flora of this universe. And I think I've said enough about the introduction to this set, so let's get on with it. First up, we got the minifigure analysis. Let's start with the first one. This is Neville Longbottom. He's depicted here in his first year form, where they have the Mandrake lesson. In fact, he's wearing the classic herbology uniform. I love how they have the creases of the uniform right here, and he's wearing a pair of earmuffs around his neck because mandrakes tend to wail a lot, and it's good that he's staying protected from the mandrake scream, especially those of the babies. Those can paralyze a person, you know. Well, this is his wand. I love how accurate they got it. And those little buck teeth, they're so adorable and so accurate too to his character. Anyway, the rest, I love the fact that they used gloves instead of using the actual skin tone piece. It adds a bit of uniqueness to this character. There's also creases at the back, which I love, but there's no arm printing and no leg printing either. So that's it for this minifigure. Let's move on to the next one. This is Hermione Granger, a fellow student next to Neville Longbottom. She practically has the same uniform, except she does not have the earmuffs, and her pair is inside the build. She is very customary as a figure, like the hairpiece we've seen before, the face print we've seen before, and as I said, it's the exact same outfit as Neville, and I love how the wand is accurate as well, but there's nothing much else to say about this character, so let's move on. Possibly my favorite minifigure from this set is Professor Pomona Sprout. I mean, she has the most detailed torso from them all. I love the fact that she's got an actual plant as her collar piece, and the fact that there's pockets as well. Look at all that printing, the embroidery, and the creases. Pity there's no arm printing though. She also has gloves like the other two, and I love the fact that her hairpiece is a molded on hairpiece. So like the hat is molded with the earmuffs and the hair, which I absolutely adore. Like, wow. Even the fact that it's got back printing, it actually continues. Like, wow, they did justice to this character. And it does help that I never had a Pomona Sprout before the set. Like, yeah, this one's the best from them all. And practically one of the reasons why I got it was to have a Pomona Sprout. But anyway, moving on to the build. So how I'm going to organize this review is by first giving you a 360 view of the interior, and then I will open it up to show you the interior. Then I shall discuss the build advantages, and then I shall move on to the build disadvantages. So let's get on with it. So a 360 view of the exterior of the build is extremely extravagant. Especially, I would love to highlight the use of the golden umbrellas. And look at these dragon pieces. This is such ornate architecture, and added with the gold and the gray and the tan, it really looks like a greenhouse of a castle. And there's the green plants and the wood over here that makes it look like there's an actual tree growing in the house. So now we look at the inside of the set, which is split into two parts. There is this part over here, which symbolizes a collection of plants and potions made from plants. I'm not sure exactly what they're supposed to represent. I know this one is supposed to be a full-grown mandrake, but I'm surprised it didn't have any printing. Here I think it's just some plant potion, and here for the life of me I cannot remember what these are. Like, I'm really unsure, but I love how they used the cupcake and, well, pool piece and recolored it in lavender. It adds such a contrast to this beautiful set. These look like pumpkins, and there's that spider. Poor Ron, he's going to be so afraid. The other side is much more chaotic. There's a watering can, the earmuffs that I mentioned earlier that belong to Hermione, and 3 little mandrakes, which honestly I think these were executed much better than the actual buildable mandrake. I love how there are little lamps to illuminate the mandrakes. This plant, I think it was in Fantastic Beasts, but I'm not sure. I haven't watched the Harry Potter or the Fantastic Beasts movies in a while. I need to do a rewatch. Anyway, I love how this piece right here represents a curvature in the architecture. Like, wow. There's also some tools, and at the back over there there's a little pond, which I will soon show you, as this set has something very particular. So the side builds actually come out of their respective places. In fact, you can see over here we've got a pair of scissors, as well as the aforementioned potions and creatures in glass containers. Well, I mean, we've seen this kind of architecture before from Lego, but I do love this piece right here. It feels so satisfying, and it looks satisfying, if that makes any sense. The other side, as I said, was with the 3 little baby mandrakes, which again executed way better than in the actual buildable mandrake, a watering can, and the earmuffs. Let's take a closer look at one of the mandrakes. So this is the little mandrake over here, like, okay, now it's clear. It's, he's pretty angry, and I think it's about to wail, and you get 3 of these, which means technically you have 6 minifigures in this set. So maybe it's actually more worth it than we realize. And it fits so perfectly in the pot. Like, it actually sticks, it's not moving or anything, so that's pretty good, if you ask me. And here now at the back, we can start with the advantages of this set, because we have 2 references in this build alone. We have a lone lily at the back. I mean, come on, a lily. A lily in Harry Potter. I mean, she is Harry Potter's mom, so the fact that they actually included a lily there was amazing. Beautiful reference. As for the frog, this I was thrilled about, because in the books, Neville has a frog named Trevor. Now in the movies he's never appeared because, well, the frog was slimy and, well, the actor for Neville didn't really like holding the frog, behind the scenes fact there. But I love how they included the reference from the books, despite this set being based on the movies. So I'm really, really happy about that, because Trevor was hilarious in the books, and to see him commemorated here is amazing. Anyway, I love the fact that as I said, there's beautiful architecture and there's an aesthetic color scheme. All the colors match. One of my gripes with the 2020, I believe, to the around 2023 castle sets was the fact that the mint green, as demonstrated here, used to come up here with the tan pieces, and I really did not like that color scheme. But honestly, now they've converted back to the gray ones from around 2018 to 2020, and honestly, it makes such a difference. They look so much more elegant. And also, one fun fact about this set is that it has no stickers. None. So that is a great advantage for those of you who hate applying stickers because they never manage to apply them right. I'm one of those people. Anyway, the disadvantages are that it's very small for its price, and I mean, I would have expected a little bigger, but for what it is, they managed to cram a lot of references in there. And the second problem, which luckily was solved in the last part of the build, but when you close it without the side builds, there's a little gap over there. And I thought that was actually going to remain there, which I did not like. And I was seriously considering to fill it up myself if it weren't filled up. But at least, as I showed you before, the side builds attach to this piece over here, which is equal on both sides. And now when you close it up, oops, broke a bit of the dragon there. When you close it up, there's not a gap anymore. So that's pretty good. One issue that I found about the sturdiness of the set was the fact that the spider kept on falling every time, and that honestly really pissed me off, because like they could have included an extra piece just so that could fit there and not fall off every time that I touch it. Anyway, we're soon heading to the end of the review, where I give my final rating and whether I recommend this set or not. Overall, all in all, this is a very, very, very solid set, especially considering the quality and repetition of certain sets in Harry Potter. This is a much better upgrade than the Hogwarts Moments Herbology book class set thing, because it actually represents an actual build of a castle section. I would honestly rate it an 8 out of 10, because while the price is a little steep and it is a little smaller for a $50 set, I think that considering that you get 3 mandrakes plus 3 minifigures, and all these beautiful pieces, these exclusive pieces, as well as this ornate architecture, which is very unique considering there's an actual tree growing out of it. Like, I do not regret buying this set. The build was fun, and I do recommend it, especially if you are a Harry Potter fan, and especially if you missed out on having Professor Sprout like I did. It's a very good addition to any Lego Harry Potter collection. And while I would wait until it's on sale, I'd get this anyway. Hope you enjoyed this review, and have a nice day, everyone. Goodbye.